Thanks for joining us here at 6 a.m. We made it to Friday, everyone. End of the week here. I know it's been a hot one. I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Netta Iranpour. Hopefully you've been hydrating well, feeling all right. Meteorologist Evan Narani joining us here. Yesterday afternoon, all the clouds were doing it looked like volcanoes, according to my 3-year-old. He's like, volcano,
my daughter
volcano,
too.
volcano.
Exactly.
Yeah, we saw an angel praying out of all of
the clouds.
We had talked about yesterday how not all of us would see the showers or thunderstorms come to fruition, but the way that you would know is if you look out east and start to kind of see those billowing clouds. Those are typically thunderstorm clouds, cumulonimbus clouds that we saw develop over our mountains. And it led to not only some showers, but some thunderstorms around the Julian area yesterday afternoon. Pine Hills picked up on over about 0.4 of an inch, came down pretty quickly out toward Julian. So chance today for some of that activity to take place, although I will say it's more diminished opportunity. We're still going to hold on to the humidity today while the heat eases off. Not as hot as Tuesday through Thursday, with 70s out along the coast this afternoon, 80s inland, mostly in the 60s here to start off the morning. Coming up, we'll talk about the cooler temperatures that we'll enjoy for today and tomorrow, but another warm up on the way when we look at that 7-day forecast. We do want to check in really briefly on a traffic impact that could be causing some trouble on the morning commute. And you can expect some heavy traffic on the 5 freeway just south of Las Pulgas. Right now, all the southbound lanes and the number 1 and number 2 northbound lanes are shut down because of an overturned big rig. CHP did just update us at least a few minutes ago and said that the number 1 and number 2 lanes for the 5 northbound and 5 southbound are closed right now, but the number 3 and number 4 lanes of both the northbound and southbound lanes are still open. So you can get through on the far right lanes, respectively on the northbound or southbound lanes, but the number 1 and number 2 lanes closest to that center divider are still shut down because of this overturned big rig on 5. This is at the Las Pulgas exit. Photo sent in by CHP. You can expect some pretty decent delays this morning. Might want to avoid the area for the time being if you're trying to make your way into or out of San Diego County. This is going to be a trouble spot for sure. CHP did say they are trying to clear the number 1 and number 2 lanes to get them back open for the morning commute. We'll wait and see if that comes to fruition, but for now, it's going to be definitely a slower spot on the morning commute out there. Ned and Eric.
Oh, yeah, that could definitely cause some issues there. Thank you, Evan, for that. The summer racing season kicking off in Del Mar today.
Yeah, it's opening day at the racetrack, and in just a couple of hours here, San Diegans will be filling the stands in their best attire. And speaking of best attire, we have Tori Apodaca. Love the gloves.
Beautiful.
Nice fascinator, looking good.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I am in my full attire from head to toe in pink. Just loving it out here. Already some of the horses have been out working out on the track, which is exciting to see already on this opening day. I'm joined now with Larry Colmus, who is a race caller. Larry, just tell me about what horses to look out for this season.
It's going to be so much fun, Tori. I think Journalism, who's the horse that won the Preakness, will be the highlight. He's running here tomorrow, so that's going to be fun. And, of course, we've got the Pacific Classic later on in the meet. But, hey, it's opening day. It's going to be so much fun. I swear I'm going to change. I'm not going to wear this on opening day. I got some plans for later.
Okay, we're excited to see it later. And I got to say, as a journalist, I have to support journalism, I think. That's how it works.
100%. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, it's going to be he's a very good horse, and it's just going to be a terrific meet. I can't wait to get things started later today.
And tell me about what's special about coming out to Del Mar, because you have called races all over, Kentucky Derby. What's special about Del Mar to you?
I mean, just look around. This place is absolutely gorgeous. The weather is perfect, and the quality of the horses you'll see here on a daily basis are second to none. So it is just a terrific place to be, and it's a place for everybody. You know, people of all ages and interest in the game. It's just fun atmosphere.
And for you, the precision, how do you keep your eye out as you're calling a race?
Get a good pair of binoculars, have to memorize all those horses, get them in your head, and then when the race is over, you have to forget every one of them because you've got a new group in a half an hour. So it's a constant half an hour test every 30 minutes.
There you go, Larry. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate it. And opening day, the doors are opening at 11:30 this morning. Be sure to come early. It is going to be packed. You want to miss some of the crowds, but hey, it's going to be a lot of fun out here. And be ready to wear your big hats, your fascinators, and look your best. I'll go ahead and send it back to you.
And journalism has our bet.
Yes, okay, there
We'll
we go.
always support
Go
it.
journalism. There's always a line all the way
There
out
is.
around the
There
track
is.
if
Yeah.
you get there. Yeah, we get there early to get
around
first
the
in line.
track, there's a line of cars, and it gets busy in that area, too.
Right, so
Yeah.
it'll be busy in Del Mar today.
Yeah, exciting, and also the excitement building for Pride Weekend here. The festivities picking up today as we count down to the parade.
This is always such a great event, such a good turnout. News 8's Chris Grow live in Hillcrest with your guide to Pride Weekend. Of course, bring the rainbows, right, Chris?
Yeah, you're going to make sure that you want to be dressing colorfully, but then also you want to make sure that you're probably doing so a little bit lightly because of the fact that it is going to be warm. I know Evan has touched on that, but look, there's going to be also so much to do. You're going to want to make sure that you're staying hydrated, that you've got the sun protection on, because you want to get to a lot of these events. So let's go through everything that is going to be going on. In fact, we're starting obviously very soon here tonight, the Spirit of Stonewall rally happening at 6 p.m. Then 2 hours later, the Arco Park Ride Block Party. That'll be at 8 p.m. Then tomorrow, you've got the Pride 5K Run and Walk. The San Diego Pride Parade kicks off at 10 a.m. And then the Pride Festival is happening both Saturday and Sunday. So it's a chock full of events weekend type thing. As for how to get down here to Hillcrest and to Balboa Park and all the areas where we are going to be seeing these events take place, try to take a bike or take a scooter if you live in like the North Park, South Park area, if you live within distance. Then try to take rideshare if you live a little bit further away, or public transportation. There will be free parking lots available for verified residents. Now, as for what it is that you can expect when you're in large crowds, San Diego Police Department do want people to have fun, but at the same time, they want people to be vigilant, especially when it comes to the idea that you're going to be in a large crowd, and sometimes nefarious actors use that as a time to strike. Listen to what they had to say.
One of the biggest things we see is petty thefts. So purse snatches or phones being taken out of pockets, those types of property crimes. Spiking drinks isn't a humongous issue, but it also does happen sometimes. And that's why if you're going to enjoy a drink, always keep your eyes on it and don't accept drinks from strangers.
And so, look, this is not a warning to not have fun. It means to have fun. Just do so safely. Make sure you stay with your group and make sure that you just sort of keep your head on a swivel while also enjoying all of the fun that we are going to see happen out here. Now, we do want to let you know that if you are not able to make it to the parade, we are going to have your back for that opportunity to watch it. In fact, again, starting at 10 a.m., our stream on the News 8 app, on the CBS 8 app, which is free to download on both your TV and your smartphone. That is going to be how it is that you can go ahead and take it in if you're not able to be here live and in person. So for now, we'll send things back to you guys in studio.
Chris, thank you very much for the latest there, our guide to Pride right here on News 8. Turning to some other headlines here, the man accused of beating and killing a 69-year-old man from Escondido is set to appear in court today. A mental competency hearing is scheduled for this morning for Thomas Caleb Butler. Butler charged with murder in the death of Carrie Sharon, who was found severely beaten outside of his home back in May. Prosecutors say the public defender requested that Butler undergo a mental competency evaluation, raising questions about whether he understands the legal proceedings against him. The deputy district attorney says if Butler is deemed not fit to move forward, then the legal process could take some more time.
This morning, the search continues for a missing woman from Oceanside. Yesterday, Angelica Brophy's family, with the help of law enforcement, conducted a search at Palomar Mountain State Park. The group also searched the Palma Indian Reservation and other trails. We spoke with Angelica's brother, Ramon, who has spent the last week searching for his sister.
We scoured outside the park. We went up all the way up to the observatory. We went up the observatory trail. One team went up the observatory trail all the way up to the Palomar Observatory, and they didn't find anything.
The Oceanside Police Department says it's not releasing surveillance video from Harrah's Resort, where Brophy was last seen more than 10 days ago. The department also says it's not releasing information about her cell phone. Brophy's vehicle has been impounded as part of the investigation. And this morning, police continue to search for the person who stabbed and killed a man near Petco Park. This happened near the intersection of Park Boulevard and K Street on Wednesday afternoon. Despite life-saving efforts, the man died there at the scene. Investigators say this appears to be an isolated incident. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers.
And now this morning, many Boulevard residents returning home as firefighters are making steady progress on the Thorn fire. So glad to report here, the fire is now 45% contained. So crews were able to stop its forward spread. CAL FIRE now says the wildfire has burned more than 1,200 acres, but it stayed at that for the past 24 hours. It sparked Wednesday afternoon. It was hot, windy, and dry then, and that's when it really took off. Drivers should still plan for delays, though. Still only one lane of the 8 is open in each direction between Ribbonwood and Crestwood Road. CHP is urging drivers to use caution if you are driving through the mountains there in the Boulevard area. But yeah, that's good containment, a sign that the weather is cooperating at least. Yeah. Glad to see that.
Yeah, the humidity is out in full effect, not leading to many drops, I will say.
We didn't get much
rain.
We
could use some more.
Yeah. It was only the mountains yesterday that saw those showers, but Julian picked up on 48/100ths of an inch yesterday. Half an inch or so of that rain. It was just exclusive to the mountains and even some of our desert microclimates. You could see those thunderstorm and the lightning symbols that came about into that afternoon stretch yesterday. This morning, we watched as a little bit of moisture started to drift in from our deserts, from Imperial County toward our deserts. So this is going to present the chance today for more of those scattered showers, although that chance is more diminished this afternoon than it was yesterday. A little bit of a wider picture here shows you, look at that. That's the moisture that we're talking about. Building right now across the 8 freeway, moving toward the coastline. We'll wait and see if it leads to anything reaching the ground in San Diego, but in some cases it could kind of lessen up in intensity and just lead to those billowing clouds passing by. They're ominous at times, but not necessarily a guarantee of cloud to ground rainfall, nor is it a requirement for cloud to ground lightning strikes or thunderstorms to occur. It's not a guarantee by any means, just a possibility. One thing that is virtually a guarantee is the humidity. We feel it out there. Relative humidity values have been mainly around 70%, feeling quite muggy out there. Here are the spots that picked up on measurable rain yesterday, again, exclusive to our mountains. Cloudy out there to start off the morning. Sunrise was at 5:53. Sunset's coming our way at 7:57 under those overcast skies. Across the country, we've got widespread 90s out there. 94 this afternoon in Washington, D.C., 91 in Denver, 90 in Billings, 94 in Rapid City, 104 in Jackson, and 101 in Atlanta. So it is staying hot out there across the country, and we are finally easing off on our heat. So temperatures from Tuesday through Thursday were at their hottest. We're starting to back off a bit, still feeling summer-like out there, and then gaining just a bit of momentum, maybe a degree or two going into the beginning of next week. 6:13 on the clock right now. Let's check in on traffic. We have had a couple spots in the county that have been causing some difficulty. We would love to say Friday light, but that's not the case. We'll take you up to that spot in North County where the number 1 and number 2 lanes are still blocked on the northbound and southbound 5 freeway. Big rig overturned there at the center divider, and that's why the lanes closest to the center divider, number 1 and number 2, are still closed. Lanes number 3 and number 4 are back open on the northbound and southbound lanes, but it's going to cause some delays this morning. We also see this is fresh, a vehicle fire, right lane partially blocked in La Mesa on the 125 northbound right before Grossmont Boulevard. Stop and go traffic back to Lemon Avenue. That's easing in on the 125 northbound there, where you could see some additional delays this morning as well. Let's take a look at your border wait times here at 6:13. It's not looking bad at all. Should get across pretty quickly. San Ysidro Port of Entry only 45 minutes. Otay Mesa Port of Entry going to take you about 40 minutes in total.